What's up, everybody? Welcome back once again to Hot Toys Hotline Live, episode 109. 109 is just absolutely crazy. Every time I see the numbers go up every week, I just can't believe it. I hope everybody's doing well on this fine Tuesday evening. Surprisingly, we actually have a decent amount of stuff come through the past day or two, so we have some stuff to talk about this week. I'm starting off the stream by myself, solo. Chris actually should be making it tonight, believe it or not, and then Mike will be here very shortly as well. So, guys, I hope you guys are all having a fine Tuesday evening. We'll say what's up to everybody in the chat as everybody starts jumping in. We already got some comments. I have a few announcements to make, specifically about channel membership. I did update the channel membership tiers. So instead of it being what we had before, and perfect timing, dude, it's like you got a new look every stream at this point. I didn't expect the almost fully clean shaven face, but it's good, dude. You look young again. You look young again.
I wouldn't go that far, but thank you. It's
Dude,
good to see it.
you went from the Flash movie Keaton to now back to the 89 Keaton. That's
All
you've
right.
upgraded.
Awesome.
But what's up, bro? I was just explaining to everybody, like, I didn't even get into detail, but I said I made some changes with the membership stuff, and
Oh, all right.
yeah. So Mike
I'm
Mike
excited
did
to
drop
hear the
the
full story.
Mike dropped the new emoji. So Mike, I've been wanting to add more emojis, and I think I still have one in the vault that I never added because we were waiting for more channel members a while. It was a long time ago. But I have to add the one of Mike with the Joker hair too, with the wig on. I forgot I had that one.
Do you have it?
I do still have it somewhere on my phone. I remember, like, this is when we had like 8 channel members, and now we're like close to 30 right now. So I'm like, I should have enough to add that one as well. But so we do have a new emoji. Mike dropped it in the chat. If you look at the very first comment, this is after he shaved, he sent me this hilarious picture, and I'm like, dude, I'm definitely gonna have to make that into a emoji for the channel members. So we have a new emoji, and OG fans already having fun with it. What's up, by the way, OG fan, a channel member, a moderator, and a good friend.
That's awesome.
I did also, and courtesy of Mike as well, Mike was helping me come up with new names for it, because we've fully embraced the hotties now. That's the new channel membership. So the base tier now is hotties. The mid tier, this was like a play on Small Soldiers, if you guys remember that movie. The Commando Elites from Small Soldiers. I was like, why don't we just call them the Hottie Elites? So we have the Hottie Elites as the second tier, and then I added a third tier. I'm gonna try to come up with something special for the third tier. For now, it's just, hey, if you want to support and be the third tier, this is one that Mike came up with, and I thought it was just so fucking ridiculous. I had to add it. It's the Mega Wattage Hottie. So if you want to be a Mega Wattage Hottie, that's the new third channel membership tier. It should be available now. I don't know if they I know YouTube does like an approval thing, so it may have not gone through yet, but if not, like, it's submitted, and it should be updating soon if it's not on there yet. But yeah,
It'd be funny if they reject it.
yeah, they're like, that's too much.
They're like, that's too aggressive. Yeah,
I know. But yeah, so yeah, guys, the third tier is called the Mega Wattage Hotties, and I thought that was just too ridiculous not to put. So courtesy of Mike, we have a new emoji, and we have now a new tier. So guys, if you'd like to become a channel member, there's a join button down below, and also, of course, there's a link in the description as well. I'm trying to make it more worth your guys' while. I'm trying to pump out more videos, especially for channel member specific stuff, so stay tuned on that. But how's it going, dude? It's great to have you here. I know it's been a weird past couple weeks for Hot Toys, and then randomly out of nowhere, we just got a slew of stuff. I'm wondering if this is tied maybe to the 25th anniversary. When I saw that gold Iron Man, I'm like, that screams like gold is like anniversary, the 25th anniversary of Hot Toys. So I'm guessing that's why they did the gold Iron Man.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, gold is the color they're associating with this anniversary, right? So could be, but it'd be cool. I think it would do them. I mean, listen, they're going to sell this. This thing's going to sell out anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be even more desirable. I don't know. I have to look at the write-up again, but be cool if it's like on the packaging and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like 25th anniversary Iron Man, something like that.
I hope it's tied to that, because that's like too good not to take advantage of, even though, it's not going to be for everybody, but yeah. Fuck. Sal. Yeah, that's good.
I like that one.
Can't believe maybe if people care enough, I'll add a fourth tier and use, I don't know.
Specifically gigawatt.
Yeah. I
right?
know.
You have to say gigawatt.
That's too
as
good.
He said, yeah.
Guys, we'll say what's up to everybody in the chat real quick. I want to thank my boy, Figures and Phantom, Steve, an absolute legend himself. And yeah, Steve, I'm sure you're just jumping with joy because now there's emoji on my channel with your channel logo in it because Mike's got the hat on in that photo.
Just found this hat in my mailbox one day.
Yeah, always
Steve
finding
stole
his
the
way
logo.
to weasel in, dude. Yeah, he probably did, bro. He just like randomly found it on a website and he just like copied and paste, cut out it. And
now, he saw me wearing this cool hat and he's like, I want that. I'm going to steal that logo. So.
Crazy, dude. Crazy. Steve, thank you so much, my friend. Steve says, 2 legends, a sight to behold. I know Steve, I don't know if Steve wants me to say this, so maybe I won't. Steve, it is okay if I say what you have going on this week. I don't want to say it yet because I wanted to wish you well for what you have going on, but I didn't want to say it if you don't want me to. So if you let me know in the chat, and then I'll say, hey, everybody, wish him well for this. But if not, I won't say it. But thank you so much, Steve. I appreciate you, bro, as always. Got some comments to go through. We got Luke Christian in the house. Luke Christian says, let's go. What's up, Luke? Thank you so much for being here, as always, bro. Thanks for being hype in the chat. I appreciate you for hanging out with us, as always. We got my boy Payton23 in the house, a moderator and a good friend. Payton, I hope you're doing well, bro. Payton says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, my friend. Thank you so much for being here, as always. We got Sneaky Figures in the house, a channel member and a moderator and a good friend. My boy Sneaky Figures says, sup, everyone. What's up, dude? I hope you're doing well, man. Thank you so much for being here, as always. Batman Collectibles, my boy. What's up, dude? Batman Collectibles says, good evening, Hotline. Good evening to you, my friends. I hope you're doing well. I hope all the cool Batman stuff is treating you well. I don't know if you went for the Mars Toys 66 Alfred. I do have it. I've had it since Sunday because I was sent one for review. I paid for it, of course, but it was sent to me early. So I will have that review up tomorrow. Guys, I feel so bad. He does. He looks really good. Like, that's a really good head sculpt. And the accessories are so dope. But I've been slacking, dude. I never put up my Nathan Drake review. I've been sitting here saying I'm going to put up this review. It's just the last 2 weeks at work have been crazy. So
me too.
Trust me, I'm going to grind them out. I just had this project I was working on at work, and I was getting pulled and like staying late and stuff. So promise. I know I said that last week. I need to stop saying promise, but I will get – tomorrow will be Alfred, and then I will get the Nathan Drake video up as well. And then Jose was roasting me about Edward Scissorhands as well. Just something real quick, guys. I want to say I received a figure this week. Legitimately, probably the worst 6-scale figure I've ever bought and seen in person in my entire life. And I was so disappointed by it, and I thought it looked so bad. I bought it from TNS Figures. I don't know if any of you guys here are fans of the Ninja Gaiden games. I was a huge fan of those games as a kid. I played them on the original Xbox, and they actually just recently did some remasters of those games. And SW Toys, who usually does pretty decent stuff. Like I think right now the only figure I have from them is their Captain Barbossa, which is a pretty solid figure for the price. Dude, that figure, the Ninja Gaiden Ryu figure that I got from them is awful. Like, they use die cast for the armor, so the legs literally just do this. Like, it's legitimately the crappiest body ever. I had paint just like shredded off of the neck, like under the arms. There's like black paint just on the flesh, just. Like, there's glue just running down the bicep armor or forearm armor. It's just bad, man.
What are you going to do with it?
So I reached out to TNS Figures, and I'm like, I've never asked to full-on return a third-party figure. I was like, I don't want this. Like, not because, at that point, like, you'd have to send me a whole nother figure, and I don't trust that the next figure that shows up is going to be any better. It's an awful figure. And it's such a shame because I love those games, and it's such a nostalgic thing for me. But, yeah. So, guys, a word of warning, if you're considering buying that, there's people on Facebook that were saying, oh, it's serviceable. It's not serviceable. I'm sorry. Don't waste your time. It's really bad. Serviceable is like you have to buy an expensive, nice Fison body to replicate the muscle in his arms and stuff. It's just not worth it to me. But it's really bad, dude. Really, really bad. So sorry for those who are excited for that one, but if you haven't bought it yet and you're considering, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole, dude. It's really bad. Sorry for the little rant, but I just wanted to tell you guys because I got that and I'm like, dude, this is awful. We got Valk in the house. What's up, Valk? A channel member and a good friend. Valk says, good evening, Connor and friends. I hope you're doing well, dude. Thank you so much for being here as always. I appreciate you for hanging out with us on this fine Tuesday evening. Boba Fettuccini, another channel member with the goated username, Boba Fettuccini says, howdy all. What's up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Hey now.
We got Gio in the house. What's up, Gio? Another channel member. Guys, if you haven't already, check out Gio, the movie can, and check out his channel. I always say this all the time. It's like a running joke. But Gio just puts in so much work into his stuff and makes me feel inadequate. And I'm like, dude, check out Gio's stuff. Because even his channel membership, he has like put some serious thought into it. So Go check out Gio. He does great stuff over there, and he always has great guys over on his streams.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw Sal, but what's up, Sal? We got Sal in the house. What's up, Sal? I hope you're doing well, bro. He needs no introduction. I did read a comment from him earlier, but OG fan, my dude, a channel member, longtime channel member and moderator on the channel. Thank you so much for being here, OG. I know you're excited for that Darth Maul action this week, because I know I am. We got Julio in the house. What's up, Julio? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and it's always good to see you. Let's see. Mr. ES Ways. What's up, Mr. ES? I don't know if I've seen you before. Maybe I missed you in chat, but I appreciate you being here if you're new, or maybe you just watch my videos or on the replay or whatever. But thank you so much for tuning in. Mr. ES says, I really enjoy your amazing enthusiasm and your panel of fellow figure collectors. I go into work at 5 in the morning, and when you broadcast live, thanks again. Well, hey, I appreciate it. I share a love for doing that as well. I feel bad when I miss lives from my buddies that stream, but I do watch streams on the way to work all the time. It sounds weird. Sometimes I'll even like watch part of our stream. Like last week we had such a fun discussion. I kind of wanted to recap it. So I skipped forward to one of the discussions we had just to watch it over. I don't know if that's weird listening to myself talk. I don't do it often, but last week I was like, just kind of want to hear that conversation again because it was a fun time. So I do that sometimes. But Mr. ES, I appreciate the kind words. It's very kind of you. And I'm glad that we can give you some entertainment, because I go to work at 5 in the morning as well, and I know this is
Me
you.
too.
You know? You're like, damn, dude, like, sucks. So I'm glad we can give you some entertainment. Oh, is that one of the line of masks that came out? I guess it's been like a couple years now, right?
Yeah.
Like the Palpatine and stuff. Yeah, that's
It's really good for the price. I mean,
if you're a fan of masks, it's way too cool. It's
dude.
it's too cool.
I
Are
put some
those Don
Velcro.
Post? Is that Don Post? Like
No,
There's not.
no. I don't think so. No. But that would be cool.
Yeah, I think Don Post had a Star Wars line. I mean, obviously they've been gone for a long time, but
exactly. No, this is newer than that. But
yeah, they're really cool. I've seen that one in person. I've seen the Palpatine and stuff. They're dope. It's a really cool mask. And it looks pretty good, like you said, for the price. It looks pretty dope.
Looks better on too, like, you know.
Right. Imagine that, or putting on all that freaking makeup and it looking like shit. You know, like that's not.
I know. I've been wanting to actually do that, like shave my head and really go all the way with it. But like, I just got this just for fun.
I would believe that you would do it too.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Eddie St. James says, "Evening, gents. What's up, Eddie? Thank you so much for being here, bro." And yes, Steve. Yeah, it is dope. I just saw Steve's comment. So Steve, yes, Steve is getting a surgery done. He had one done not that long ago, and he's getting it done on the opposite side. So we wish Steve the best of luck in his surgery and recovery. I'm sure he's going to do fine. He did fine on the last one, but surgeries are never fun. The outcome is fun, but the surgery itself is never fun. Of course, Valka's just always being a stand-up dude. He's saying, let us know if you need anything, Steve. We got our boy, legendary Lane Kramer. He had to ditch us tonight. Lane says, evening, guys. Sorry can't make it tonight. Mike, he looks way better. Way too baby face. Hey there to the hottie himself. Tech still looks too old. He's an old computer repairman Tech. Yeah, Lane was roasting the Tech head sculptor. I'm like, dude, I like it. Lane's like, sorry, I don't agree. And I'm like, that's fine. I still like it. But Lane was saying he thinks the Tech head sculpt looks like he's 55. I'm like, I feel like that's pushing it, but you know.
Yeah, he's a clone. He might have been born 3 minutes before his brothers, and he's much older. So.
I think the Bad Batch line in general just turned out great. I love all of them.
It's fantastic.
They look great. We got Blake Morrison. What's up, Blake? Always great to see you, bro. Blake is actually local to Chris and I. Maybe not so much Chris anymore because Chris moved, but he's not that far. He's still pretty close. But Blake, it's always great to see you here, bro. As always, sharing your enthusiasm. Blake says, let's go. We're back. Thank you so much for being here, as always, Blake. My boy, 16 Star Wars Pimpazoid, says, what's up? What happened to Hot Toys shutting down over the Chinese New Year? Not this year. You know, and Mike kind of mentioned it last stream. Sometimes they'll have some stuff like locked and loaded, maybe some scheduled posts to throw in here and there. And, you know, they're still kind of doing stuff in the back end. We'll still get releases and stuff. But, yeah, it's good to see some stuff go up. Maybe not everything is for us, but it's still cool to see nonetheless.
Dude, when I woke up this morning, I saw 9 like Facebook alerts from
getting shared.
I was
everywhere.
like, wow. I mean, there's because it was like, we'll talk about it, but there was a lot this morning.
Yeah, for sure. Boba Fettuccini says, was fortunate enough to be able to get the 66 Alfred, and I'm stoked. Looks amazing. Can't wait. Congrats on that. I know people were really flipping out about it and, you know, just getting all in their feelings about it. And I get it. It was maybe not the the most detailed information put out, but
Yeah.
I talked to Mars about it, and he's like, dude, like, there's going to be plenty of them. Like, it was just an initial small, like, shipping now batch.
Okay.
It was just like that. That's what the scare was. People were like, this is a limited. It was limited now. It was like a limited amount of units available now, as far as I understand, like shipping before Chinese New Year craziness. So there will be more. So it's up for pre-order still right now, as far as I know. Nothing's changed. So.
Okay, cool. Because it felt like some people were feeling like retailers were like just kind of like messing, like, I don't know, like slowing down the flow, but maybe they just didn't have the stock to sell it.
Yeah, and it was tough because Kit has limited resources, he said, like around the time of Chinese New Year. He doesn't have nearly as many people. So it was just like a
that was another theory. He didn't have the manpower to process. Yeah.
That's what he said. So it'll work out, guys. Don't worry about it. And like I said, I'll have a video up tomorrow if you guys like watching my reviews. It's really good. It really is. Mars is just killing it, man. I love Mars stuff. I mean, I've said it many times, but it's a beautiful figure. Those little accessories like the phone and everything. I haven't held a magnet to the stuff yet to see the lights, but I'll do it in the video once I find wherever my magnets are. But Julio said, if you only had to pick one, gold Iron Man. Oh, that's Blade all day, bro. Blade all day for sure.
Yes, same here.
What's up, Fielder Brown? Great to see you, and great to have you here as always. I hope you're doing well. I saw you on stream the other day. I can't remember which stream it was. I like briefly tuned in because I was in the middle of doing something, but it was cool to see you on stream. Mark Palmer's in the house. What's up, Mark? Mark says, just listening as I'm at work. Well, that's awesome. We appreciate you. Sounds like we got a lot of people waking up early, the 5 a.m. crew. Hey, man, you got to start your day earlier so you're not at work all day,
That's so funny. That's me, too.
I much prefer that, though. I don't want to spend my whole day at work. What's up, Joe P? Always great to have you here, bro. We got Christian Crosshair Cooper in the house. Christian Crosshair Cooper says, what's up, Connor, in chat? What's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here, as always. I hope you're doing well. We also got one Adam 12, a channel member and a good friend. I see you, Adam. I hope you're doing well, Adam. Thank you so much for being here, bro. I think that's everybody, guys. As always, if I missed you, I apologize, but just keep dropping comments. Yeah, look, Steve's so hyped that he sees those little letters in the in the emoji, dude. It's getting to his head already. Maybe I have to remove it, but we're gonna get right into it, guys. We have a few different ones tonight that we're not gonna spend like a tremendous amount of time on because they're just not that exciting. But I do want to talk about it and kind of share our 2 cents. I'm trying to save Maul for when Chris gets here because I know like he really wants to talk about the Maul. We'll see how that pans out. If he's too late, he's too late. But we'll try our best. But let's see. Let me pull this up. So guys, we got a new Iron Man, and it's another freaking Mark III, dude. Again, Mike, like I said, when I look at this one, this to me screams like a 25th anniversary celebration because even like the little 25th logo that they showed on the little I think it was a little video they put up like celebrating 25 years of Hot Toys. Even in that little video, it was a goldish logo. So I'm like, maybe that's why they're doing this one. Maybe they're like, this is good timing for another repaint. I'll be honest with you, my irresponsible collecting of wanting every repaint of the Iron Man figures that looks like Goofy and stuff has come to an end. My red and chrome Mark III, I canceled that one before it shipped. I got the black chrome, the black chrome and gold Mark VII. I really liked that one. I originally had plans of making like a kind of like a what if like Batman in the Iron Suit type thing.
I was thinking about that too.
I was thinking about it, and then I'm like, dude, like with all this shit on my Iron Man shelf, and I've got like 2 Jazz Inc. vehicles now. Well, about to have 2 when the 89 ships this month. I'm like, I don't need to take up any more room for stuff like that. So I decided to sell that one, and I do appreciate my boy Brick for helping me out. I got my money back essentially, which was cool with me. But yeah, I'm not gonna keep buying all these like colored variants. And like I'm not gonna never say never. Maybe there'll be something that's like insanely cool and there's like a concept to it and I gotta have it. But as of right now, like this doesn't excite me too much. It's another Mark III repaint. Does it look good? Yeah, hell yeah, it looks great. I think this is the best of like the gold versions they've done. Like they did the Midases as well.
Yes, that's what I thought this was at first, or real quick, when I opened in the morning.
Yeah,
but I really love the high gloss they get on this chrome lately.
Yeah, dude, it looks great. It almost looks like it was the Oscar. Is it Oscar? That's
it does look like
it's especially with the display base. I'm like. Yeah, it's a really nice looking gold. It literally looks like it's really plated in gold. It looks great. Don't get me wrong. It's just this doesn't have a place in my collection anymore.
No, same here.
But yeah, so I really like it. You know, I don't want to spend too much time on it. Guys in the chat, if you're picking this one up, certainly feel free to let us know, because I'm curious how many people are actually getting this one. This has been released, and I think this is going to be a limited one, I would imagine. I was so disinterested in it, I didn't check the information. I don't know if it's...
Yeah, I wish I read it as well. Is it two-tone? I think that would really help. It looks like it might be.
Maybe kind of like the actual, like the Mark II paint job, where like there's some like matte sections to it. I don't know.
I don't know. You know, the more I'm looking at it, it just looks two-toned in like certain angles. And then when you see another photo of it, that piece that looked lighter or darker doesn't anymore. So I think it's all one.
Dude, it photographs really good. I
It
won't lie.
does.
It looks freaking awesome. It's like I said, it's cool. I'm not hating on this one by any means. I just don't want it. You know, I just don't want to spend the money on it. I will say this one's cool. I think this actually looks better than the red and chrome one for sure. I just think it's much more uniform, and I like that. Yeah, Steve's saying Steve's on his own journey of passing on stuff as well. We're all slowly learning. Julio says, "Bro, I'm so sick of seeing Iron Mans. Why are they giving us? Why aren't they giving us 80s and 90s stuff?" I think the time for 80s and 90s stuff is coming back around, and we're seeing a lot of, like, we're gonna talk about it, guys. We got the freaking license for 1/6 scale 007 stuff, like. That came out of nowhere, and it is 1/6, and we'll talk about it once we get to that. But
yeah,
that is a great sign for the future, because that was out of nowhere. You know, I'm sure people were just dreaming of a license for that, who are big fans of the many different actors that have played 007. But I think that's really cool, and I think now more than ever, like, you know, we're seeing that Alien Romulus stuff. We saw more Terminator stuff. We're still waiting for a couple things that have been teased and not released, or excuse me, announced. But yeah, yeah, Sneaky Neo would have been cool. I know InArt will be doing a Neo as well, so I'll probably here soon sell my Hot Toys Neo, just to make room for that one, because I firmly believe once you have a much older version of a character next to a new version, it kind of like visually devalues the old one, and that's how I've been kind of feeling lately. I'm like, I need to get rid of that, but yeah, I'll probably be letting go of my old one very soon to make room for the InArt one whenever they do that. I'm hoping it's from the second film. That's my favorite look for Neo. I love that, like, long, like, I don't know what you would call that fit he has on, but I love how it looks.
I know what you mean. Yeah, it is awesome, and I am with him on the George Lucas. That would be fantastic.
Oh yeah, and I completely glazed. Yeah, the George Lucas would have been very clever, because that's like one of their original figures they did, and I guess now I'm connecting the dots. That's why you brought up Neo, because that's another one of their original figures they did.
Yeah, we were talking earlier in the week, like how cool it would be if they just kind of give a 2.0 or whatever it may be update of their original figures. Would be cool.
Yeah, that would be, like I said, that just went right over my head. I'm now realizing what he was saying. Yeah, Blake, it's never going to end at this point. Everybody's saying too many Iron Mans. Dude, it's never going to end. It's just going to be a never-ending thing for them, unfortunately. Julio says, "Hey Connor, how many Frank Dukeses are you picking up? I need at least 2 or 3. Massive Van Damme fan." I guess when you were watching the last stream, you're a little salty with Lane then, because he was cooking. I said that he was up there with the action legends, dude, and he was mad at me. But
no, he absolutely is. I think.
Well, we could say it now that Lane's only here to defend himself in the chat. We could say it. Lane is wrong and I'm right. But no, I'm only going to be getting one. The reason is, dude, like, Classic Plastic is doing a lot of stuff that I want, like a lot of stuff. And I actually just picked up another figure from them that I did not realize they still had in stock. And I think when I originally checked for it, after looking at it for a while, it had sold out. And I think maybe they got some additional units when everything shipped. I don't know, or cancellations, who knows. But that'll probably be here within the next 2 days, because their shipping from Italy is like 3 days, dude. It's insane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. It's really I get stuff from them faster than Sideshow. Granted, the shipping is very expensive, because it's... And also, like... So I always get the web exclusive versions, and they have those like resin or PVC, whatever they use for those dioramas. So they're very heavy. So from Italy, it's going to be pretty expensive. So the shipping from them is like $80 usually, but it does get there in like 3 days. So I'm cool with that. As long as it gets there fast, I feel like, you know, at least I could say it got there fast, you know, when I'm spending all that money. But
dude, I was just checking out like his look in Kickboxer. It looks exactly the same. So you could justify getting 2 Van Dammes. It's Kickboxer. It's just blood sport.
You could, yeah, because even if they do Kickboxer, obviously it's going to be a while, so you might as well take advantage of. Because obviously when that pre-order goes up for the blood sport, it's gonna be a while. It's gonna be a while before that comes out. So Sneaky says Neo was their first figure, and I think Lucas was their second. I think you're right. Yeah. So yeah, that would be cool. Pepper Potts licensing is greed is getting out of control, dude. I will not be getting any Pepper Potts figures, that's for sure. Guys, real quick, this is the quarter scale. I forgot about this figure, and a lot of people were It's funny, I think a lot of people forgot about this one because the comments were like, "Wow, another Iron Man." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Hey, this is a release. This is a release, dude."
I forgot about it.
I did too, and people were really crapping on this head sculpt. But I looked at the prototype, and it just wasn't my favorite Tony Stark sculpt. I think this is basically the prototype. The actual figure itself, I'm sure the presence is going to be amazing on this. It's a quarter scale Mark 6. It's a great suit. Love the damage, especially on that like thigh plate there. It looks great. I'm not a that's a goofy pose right there. Why I don't know why they have that pointing up. That looks stupid, but yeah, I mean it looks great. It's just the Mark 6 that we know and love, just bigger. I mean, obviously we got an updated Mark 6 recently, so I would expect the same thing in quarter scale. It looks cool. It's just not for me. I don't do quarter scale stuff. I told you I'd break my rule. Maybe if they did more Star Wars quarter scales, maybe I'd be tempted now. But yeah,
I think someday I could see myself getting a quarter scale Iron Man. They're just they have such presence. And,
dude, I can't imagine how they feel in hand, like that extra weight.
Oh my god!
I mean, look at it next to the other Mark 6, and yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, they look the same. It's just different scale.
Feels like you're holding a brick of gold. You know, like. I can't imagine quarter scale. It'd be great.
I can't either. But yeah, this looks awesome. Anybody who's picking it up, I'm sure you're happy with it. I can't remember the price on this guy, but yeah, he looks sick. Like I said, not for me because I'm not into quarter scale. My only quarter scales that I will have in my collection as of right now are those Blitzway Star Wars statues. I should say posable statues. I did end up picking those up. I just couldn't resist. I went Black Label for the Anakin because I knew if I didn't get that later, I'd be so pissed at myself because that's like my favorite character ever.
Yeah.
And I think they look awesome. I'm so glad that I did because after like I went back and looked at the videos they were putting up of the sculpts in hand and stuff, it looks amazing, dude. So I'm really
those are next level. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're really dope.
I'm trying to get the price on this. I think it's like 6. Oh, it's something like 6. I can't remember.
Probably, yeah. I think you're probably right. Julio. I could never put Van Damme over Arnold. Arnold was like my childhood hero, so yeah, Arnold's going number 1 for me for sure. I would put Van Damme below Stallone as well, but hey, we all have our favorites. I think that's still a very respectable list, but yeah, I'm putting Arnold number 1 always. I mean, Predator, you know, freaking Kindergarten Cop. Dude, there's just I could name Arnold film. Pumping Iron. I mean, come on now.
Oh yeah, dude.
Let's not disrespect the classic.
I love
Pumping
it.
Iron. I still have
babies.
Right. It's like I could quote so many quotes from that, but I've had this like want to make a Pumping Iron custom because there was this guy on Etsy that made like the blue shorts and the Gold's Gym like yellow tank top, so I still want to do that one day. I love that movie, and I knew they did like a newer generation one, and it was cool, but it wasn't the same. Yeah. Bantha Boy says I'll be asking our fearless leader Donnie Boy to strong arm Hallie into limiting Iron Mans. I don't think that'll work out, dude. I think the market is too strong, both in Asia and here as well. Like people just buy it up, and especially with the limited availability, it works, man. It really does.
Yeah. $645, by the way.
Sheesh, that ain't cheap. That's like approaching DeLorean territory. I didn't realize they were so pricey. But again, like die cast, it's a quarter scale figure. I guess that's really not that bad in the grand scheme of things.
You have to think about it like this: a quarter scale statue of Iron Man. First of all, it's not gonna be die cast. It's gonna be polystone, which is a cheaper material. It's gonna be it's gonna be at least $8,000-9,000. So for what you're getting, it's not a bad price, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Clinton Martin in the house. What's up, Clinton? I hope you're doing well, bro. Always great to have you here. See a couple other people dropping in. Let's see. We got the collector in the house, a channel member and a good friend. What's up, bro? Thank you so much for being here as always. Please no prices. My wife is in the room. Dude, don't even get me started. I mentioned this to some of my friends, but Chris completely sold me out on the 2022 Batmobile in front of my girlfriend, bro. I'll never forgive him. From Jazz Inc., obviously, but yeah, he sold me out on the price. Thick Bantha Boy says... Yeah. Thick Bantha Boy says, Blitzway Star Wars, I have to go have a look. I highly recommend going on like their Facebook or Instagram and looking at the in-hand photos that they show of the sculpts. Like the Obi-Wan, I felt like didn't photograph that well, but I still wanted it to have them together. That was like my whole purpose of having them because I'm going to have them like facing off up here in the middle. But the Obi-Wan in hand looks much better. I think they did a pretty decent job on him. I think it's a pretty solid sculpt. So,
I think so.
the collector says I was quick on the mute button. Yeah, it was so crazy that quarter scale Iron Man was only $100. Like, it was a really great deal.
I think it could have been a little bit more, but like $100, free shipping, no tax. It's great. Yeah.
That's such a great deal, man. Thick Banter Boy says, if anyone can force Howie. That's true. They are a big fan of Donnie Yen, and obviously they've shown it with the amount of figures they've made of him so far. So I could see it, I guess, dude. I guess you're right. Dude, that's so funny. Anyways, guys, we're moving on to Blade, and the rollout has been very interesting of these Deadpool and Wolverine, like, legends, if you will. Obviously, we have 2 out of the 4 now. We have Blade, and we also have X-23. Guys, I've said this before. I'm a huge fan of Blade, but I will not be picking this one up. And I think he looks amazing. I think they did a fantastic job on the head sculpt. I really do think the head sculpt's awesome. I have the Present Toys Blade that I did a body swap on, and I'm very happy with that one. And the So-So Toys Blade from Blade Trinity I also have on pre-order. So because of that, I much prefer those looks. I'm honestly not a huge fan of his outfit from this film. I feel like it wasn't quite the Blade that I remember. It's not bad, but it's not good to me either. So I won't be picking this one up. I don't need a third Blade. I'm already crazy with 2, but I love Blade. He's one of my, when we talk about like classic Marvel films, ones that, have stood the test of time, I feel like the Blade trilogy is certainly up there. For me, Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider, especially the first one. I loved Nicolas Cage as Ghost Rider. Just classic films like that. Maybe not Fantastic Four. Right. Maybe not Fantastic Four, obviously, especially now with that new trailer. I think we're going to forget about those pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, the original Blade films are just so good, man. And I was so happy to see him return in this film. And again, the figure is super cool. And I think the sculpt is great, and I actually have some photos. The one thing I do want to snag from this when they do part outs is this bloodied, I forgot the name of this particular, like this throwing bladed thing that he has. I forgot the name of it, but I would love to snag this for my Present Toys or So-So versions. I think it looks really cool because I don't have a bloody one for him. But yeah, he looks great. I mean, I think the sculpt is pretty damn spot on.
I do too. Yeah,
I do have photos as well, like the in-hand photos they take from the factory. And dude, it looks great. Yeah, it sucks because it's like I'm passing on a Hot Toys Blade, and it sounds weird to me because I love the character so much. But I gotta draw the line somewhere.
No, I know what you mean, man. There's a picture. There's one. I gotta show this to you and see if I'm probably just crazy. But as awesome as I think the sculpt looks, I was like, what is up with? Can you find the picture that's like his face from the front
without the glasses on or with the glasses on?
I don't remember. I don't think it matters.
All right, give me 1 sec, guys. I'm putting up a poll real quick because I'm curious to see how many people are picking this one up.
You know what else I love about this dude? Like, I love how realistic his arms look in the costume. Like, you can see some like muscular definition there. His tris are popping there, and like I like the way just the tailoring, like how the pants break and crease. Yeah, again, that's a great shot of his arm good, right there.
Yeah, he looks good.
You see what I'm saying? Like, man, they just did a great job with this.
Yeah, it's a spot on figure, and I will say, like, so far we're two for two with this quad of Legends characters they're doing. I'm really excited to see Gambit. That's the only other one that I'm interested in. So I hope they kill it. I'm worried about it because it's Channing Tatum, and I don't know how they're going to do on a head sculpt of him because I feel like that likeness can be very easy to mess up. But
yeah, so far, dude, their track record with this film, phenomenal. Like Laura or X-23, like I think they all look so good, dude. But if you can go back to the picture prior,
how about
that's good. That one's great.
Yeah, like I saw some people commenting on, like I don't want to say they're hating, but they're making like goofy comments. This is what he looks like without his glasses.
It's what he looked like. Yeah.
This is Wesley Snipes has aged, guys. This is what he looks like. There's droopy, like sad looking eyes. That's just what he looks like.
The thing that stuck out to me was like the way his hair looks, because all I could think about was Donatello's upper lip. Like it just looks like Donatello's upper lip to me, and maybe
I see what you're saying, but I will say I like what they did with the hair because, like, if you look at That's actually wild that you made that.
It was the
connection.
only thing I could think of. I was like, oh my God, that looks like Donatello's upper lip.
That is wild that you made that connection. But like when you zoom into this sculpt, dude, it's freaking phenomenal though.
It
You know,
is.
all jokes aside, I will say like I saw some people with like the present toys blade, they were like flocking the hair. Like they were finding a way to flock it to make it look better. I think Hot Toys did a great job.
I wouldn't mess with this.
No, I think it's great. The eyes are great. Everything, the complexion's great. The wrinkles in the skin, it's a top tier sculpt to me. I think it looks awesome. Again, like it's sad that I have to pass on it, but again, I got to draw a line somewhere. But he looks awesome. This is a great looking figure, and again, it just gives me more hope for that Gambit. I hope the Gambit turns out. I want to see some really dope ass like card effects and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
perfect.
That always sells a Gambit for me in any scale.
Yeah.
Like, I love this. I love the kind of like dead-eyed look, which is totally accurate to how he played it.
Yeah, I know.
It just looks really good.
It was just like I said, it was just great to see him back. It was a great choice, and like looking at like the clip of Wesley Snipes talking about how he got a call from Ryan Reynolds and he was like super like ready to jump on. It just shows like he cares about this character, and obviously the stuff that's been happening with like Marsha Ali and all the crap that's gone on with the new Blade stuff. Like this was just what we needed, because I was like, dude, just at this point, just can it, get rid of it. It's not going to work out. It's just, it's so frustrating, especially for a character that's like so beloved, but
makes that line even more impactful.
Yeah.
He says,
only
be one blade.
Only be one blade. Yeah. It was funny. That was a good one. Julio says, I agree with Connor here. We need part 1 Blade Hot Toy and 2.0 Blade. I agree, man. And I love the part 2 Blade. Yeah. I think it's like his best outfit. So I would take any Blade trilogy stuff. I would probably, shift some things around, get rid of the third-party stuff if Hot Toys does them again. But again, like the present toys one, once you swap that body, it's great, man. I love it. I really do. And it's all real leather and everything. It's awesome. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the wiring in the bottom of the trench coat. It's kind of shitty. But other than that, I love that figure. The sculpt's really good. Angry Dog Hobby. What's up, bro? And by the way, what's up, Doc Bat? I hope you're doing well, Doc Bat. Angry Dog Hobby says, Day 6 and 7 Hot Toys will show the new Predator and some new Terminator. I hope so, dude.
Hey, man.
I will say if they show that new Predator, they better make a lot of changes to it because the previous one that's been shown a couple times looks very inaccurate. I will say that. So I hope they make some changes to it because, not a huge fan of the current prototype of that Predator. I think it's very off from the actual 87 Jungle Hunter. So,
yeah.
Sal says this blade can barely move, TBH, so if it doesn't articulate well, it'll be fine accurate. Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Yeah, old man
That's
blade.
true. Yeah, he didn't have the same, like, pizzazz that obviously Gambit had in the film. Gambit was doing all this crazy shit and, doing those ducks and, he was just doing a lot of cool stuff. Again, like, this is the blade that has a freaking rocket launcher, dude. And, like, by the way, that rocket launcher effect is badass.
I
looks
love
really
that.
Cool.
Yeah,
I would never use it. It's like, but I've said this before. I'm an appreciator of accessories. I just love to have this stuff. I just think it's cool. It's like, the Bat computer. I finally got my InArt the Batman set, and that little Bat computer is so freaking cool, man. So it's like, I just love accessories. I just like looking at them, and I'm like,
part of the overall artistry of what you receive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It's like part of the overall package. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Payton says, I'm hoping Hot Toys will make a 2.0 of Youngblade. I hope so. And I think it's probably, maybe in their their back end, they're probably talking about it. They got to be, right? Because they know how popular this character is. So who knows? Maybe them working with Wesley Snipes on this one will help us get a Blade Trinity figure or two.
They've got that relationship now. So.
Yeah. See, everybody kind of agrees. I mean, we can all agree. The younger look is where it's at. I do want to pull up, just to show how phenomenal this sculpt really is, I want to pull up these like in-hand shots because, man, it's freaking good. And I think maybe in here it looks a little bit less like the Ninja Turtle mouth, but
yeah. Certain angles, that's all.
Yeah, it's so good. Ugh, bro, like, come
wow,
on, man.
Look at the definition on the hair is totally different in this. The way they've kind of done the contrast.
You can't say, I'm sorry, y'all can't say anything about this head sculpt. You can't. No. It's one of those head sculpts. It's definitively good. It doesn't have to be like a 10 out of 10 for everybody, but I just think it's definitively good. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah, look at the detail, like just the imperfections in the nose, the complexity of the lips, the lower lip, the way it meets the upper lip, the brow, the texture.
The veins, dude, like the veins going towards his hairline. Like, come on, bro. This is incredible.
If you told me this was a 3rd scale sculpt, I'd believe it. To get that much detail on a 6 scale.
Right, like, and imagine if you were like on the outside looking in, you had no idea about 6 scale figures. If you told me this was actually Wesley Snipes, this photo right here, I'd probably believe you. You know what I mean? Like, it looks like a real person. It's pretty crazy. Jose Plus in the house. What's up, Jose? Thank you so much for being here, as always, bro. I hope you're doing well. Jose, Jose's been following my In Art the Batman tribulations, and he was pretty hyped for me that I finally got it. So, yeah, I still can't believe it took that long and that I got all these other In Art figures
That's
before
insane.
that. But happy to have it. No QC issues other than like my box being covered in glue for some reason. Even like my bat signal, there's no messed up paint or anything like that. And I think it looks. I'm surprised at how much better the bat signal looks in the Hot Toys one, because in photos I really didn't think it looked that much better, but in person I'm like, okay, this is way cooler. It's way bigger though, so if you're looking at getting it, it's way bigger. But it's still really, really dope, and I love how like the little louvers on the front open up. It's really cool. They are. I feel like, I don't know if I would say they skimp on accessories. Maybe with like troopers and stuff, I would agree with that. I think they skimp on hands more than anything.
I was gonna say
like,
that.
4 hands with a trooper is bullshit. Like, I get it, they don't do that much, but there's so many accessories that we've piled up for troopers. Like, 4 hands is freaking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. Would you trade like the majority of accessories? It's just a stupid question, because I'm sure the answer is yes, for a second head sculpt with every figure, second expression,
like stupid shit that I would never use. Like, oh, this is the plate that he had in this one scene. Like, dumb stuff like that. Yeah, I would certainly, I would make like draw a line down the middle and be like, okay, get rid of some of these. Absolutely, yeah. That's actually a great idea. Or if you have like military figures, Dirk said he's given Wick the bazooka. I will say it does look dope, like, because you can strap it onto his back. I think that's a really cool, like, complete look with having everything strapped onto him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wow. I don't know who said it's so veiny. That certainly wasn't me. Julio says, am I seeing pleather on the suit? I don't know if that's pleather, to be honest with you. I didn't read the description. Let me see. I do have it pulled up like on the side. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm hoping it says like, updated material or something. I don't know.
I like how one of the features is talking about a buzz cut. Bazooka, interchangeable. Oh, yeah, and it says the interchangeable hilt is a bonus accessory taking fans back to the 90s. It's talking about I guess that's the sword of the Daywalker. I can't.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, and everybody's asking about that, like the blade being what do they call it? First edition accessory, like exclusive accessory. I think that's just like a pre-order bonus. I don't see anybody missing out on that if you pre-order on it.
So they've been doing that with a couple things. They did it with the Spider-Man. They did it with the Batman Flash. Like, you get
that cowl stand. Yeah, it's not this. And some people were asking, is it the same as the Deadpool? No, the Deadpool guns, that was like a special edition exclusive thing.
That was different.
Yeah, that's different. But I wouldn't worry about missing out on it, guys. If you're going to pre-order this one, you'll get the sword, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't think there's going to be... Sorry, I'm trying to find... Let's see.
I was curious about that, too.
Blade sculpt, interchangeable hands. We get it. Costume. Okay, so there's no mention of pleather or leather-like anything. So I would say there's probably no pleather on it, because it doesn't say anything about any pleather. And... yeah, usually they'll say like leather-like details. It just says black undersuit, black tactical vest with red color details, black pants with knee pads, pistol holster belt. So usually they'll specify if it's pleather. So I would say, based on the description on Sideshow, I would say that there's no pleather. But Joker could have the bazooka as well. Yeah, there's a lot of uses for that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You absolutely could put him on the bat cycle for sure. Yeah, Clinton, is there a time pre-order up right now? I mean, I know sometimes Sideshow will like introduce it later, so it is a time to pre-order right now.
27 days left. Yeah, so in that case,
so that's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, it's right in front of my face right now. I did not even say that. Thank you so much, Clinton, for that. So there we go, guys. So that's what they're doing for this first release exclusive. So if you want to pre-order it, you have 27 days. That's probably specifically through Sideshow. So if you're getting it through comic shops, don't expect to get that sword. Thank you so much for that, Clinton. That was literally right in front of my face. Sometimes, it's just right in front of your face, so you just need somebody to help you out. Thick Bantha Boy says, and when we don't get hands designed to hold... Oh, yeah, just like, the 501st Clone Trooper, where you didn't have a hand to hold the fucking rotary cannon. That pissed me off.
Yep, and I want to be able to put whatever I want in both hands. Don't force me to put an accessory in a left or a right hand.
I hate that, too, dude. Yeah. Because, like, I've seen some where, like a character, for example, will hold a sword in one hand, but also he's seen in other scenes holding it in the other hand, and they're like, well, he holds it in this hand in most of the scenes, so we're just going to give him this hand. I'm like, no, give me both.
Exactly.
I'm like, dude, give me both, man.
Give me both.
Yes, Sal, I think you're correct. I would venture to agree with you. I think it's probably just like a printed on thing, because they usually are good about mentioning if it has pleather or not, so I would agree with you. And it seems like lately Hot Toys has been good about using the new like vinyl material that they've been using, so or nylon, whatever they're calling it. So I would venture to say that hopefully 2025 is the year of no pleather. Fingers crossed. We can't assume anything, but fingers crossed. Yeah, but the hands thing, dude, it pisses me off. And the winner for the award of the best variety of hands always will be Mars Toys. I'm telling you guys, like, dude, he puts it, and this is what I've said so many times in my videos, and I don't even know if Mars, I don't think he got this from me, because he's just been like this for a while. Dude, he literally gives us hands for, like, holding guns when it doesn't even include guns. Like, that is what I'm talking about. Give me a variety so I can make my own decisions with my own figure. Speaking of
variety,
we have Chris, the collecting man. I told you guys he was probably going to be here, and he skirted in at a good time. I was holding him off on Maul. You didn't miss anything, Chris. Thankfully, you're right in as we're talking about Blade.
All right.
But Chris, I'm glad you're able to make it.
Sup, chat? Sup, people? Sup, Mike?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys.
Yeah.
And there will only ever be one Blade. I totally agree. I mean, like I said, with the whole situation with the new Blade, I'm not even interested in it anymore at this point. InArt does give out a decent amount of hands, but also it depends on the figure, because like Paul Atreides, I mean, not that I care, but they did only give him like 2 flesh tone hands. I don't care about that because I'm never going to use the flesh tone hands, but I was surprised that there was only 2 of them. It depends on the figure, though. Yeah. But I do think, generally speaking, yes, they do a nice variety of hands with the figures. Chris, we have photos here pulled up of, like, these are like the, you know, the in-hand photos they do of the head sculpts, and this is obviously, this wasn't shared by JC Hong, or originally posted by JC Hong, but he shared it. Oh, okay. This head sculpt's pretty damn good, dude. I don't know how you feel about it, but I think it's pretty damn spot on. Like, it looks like a real person to me here.
I was just about to say, like, I mean, I know JC does that stuff, those photos, but
yeah, man,
if you didn't know, like, it was a figure that came out of him, you would think somebody it's just a portrait of him. That's how insane that these are getting nowadays. Wow.
Yeah, like the newer head sculpts, the technology they're using is just really impressive. The glasses look really good too. Some of the older Hot Toys figures, the glasses are a bit on the chunkier side. Maybe that was a good thing for breaking, but I'm hoping that these companies start including 2 pairs of glasses. Like InArt did that with Harry Potter, and I was like, thank you, because I mean, I've been lucky. I haven't broke any pairs of glasses, but I've seen it happen to a lot of people, so I thought that was really good. But
that's also one of my favorite lines in this movie too, is where, like, he comes up on the screen and Deadpool's just like, I thought you were retired. And it's like, retarded.
Yeah.
It's funny, dude.
Yeah.
No, like, they did him service for sure. Like I said, my only complaint was I was not a massive fan of what they did with his outfit, but he did great, and it was awesome to see him on screen again as Blade. But yeah, like I said, I'm not picking this one up, guys. There's a poll, by the way, if you haven't voted already. But I'm curious to see how many people are picking this one up. But it's not going to be going to my collection. But it looks fantastic, and anybody who's picking it up who's getting the 4, if you're going to get all 4 of them, it's going to look great. Like I said, for me, I want X-23 and Gambit to go with, like, my comic figures, because Hono's on some BS right now, and I don't see them doing Gambit anytime soon. And, like, the So-So Toys one, I'm not paying $400 for that. I'm just not. So for right now, I'm going to grab the Gambit from this film, and X-23 was a no-brainer for me because she's just awesome. X-23 is the shit. So
it's a great-looking figure, man.
Yeah, and, like, that head sculpt and, like, the alternate hair pieces, I'm glad they gave us those options as well. But yeah, not going to be picking this one up. Sounds like none of us on the panel are, but I'm sure a lot of people will be getting this one, and it's going to be a great figure. Price on this one, guys, through Sideshow is $290. Off the Racks did just list it up this afternoon. If someone could drop a link, I would appreciate that, because I forgot to grab that on hand. But Off the Racks does have it as well. Save yourself some money. A significant amount, actually, buying from Off the Racks. It is a U.S.-based company. I highly recommend it, guys. You're going to save a lot of money buying from him, like $40+ buying from Off the Racks. So, and the price you see is out the door. So it might be like $5, $10 more expensive than Sideshow's retail, but that's with shipping and everything. That's out the door, so you're saving a lot of money.
What do you think of $290?
I would say, based on what he comes with, I think that's about on par right now. You also get a diorama style base as well, and I think the selection of hands is pretty good too. I don't hate $290 for this one. I really don't. Is it on the higher side? Yes, it is.
Right.
I don't think it's horrible. Like if it was 300, I'd be like, okay, you're tripping. But 290 is not awful. It's not bad.
I was gonna say, I'm just glad it's under that 305. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy to say or to, hey, 290, it's good, but like the way things have been going, it isn't bad.
Yeah.
Like
I agree.
Where we're at. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's I'm sure the rights for Wesley Snipes are not like the cheapest. He's a well-known actor and he's been in the business for a long time, so I'm sure his price isn't the best, but I think 290 is like just on the cusp of not going overboard. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Jose said he's getting the whole. Yeah, they're gonna look great together, man. They really are. Like I said, it's for me, it's a space thing. I know I'm looking at the future, and I'm like, Marvel's going to be doing some more stuff that I want more than these, so I'm going to have to pass on them. And obviously, I'm dropping some pre-orders here and there. By the way, what's up, my boy Justin? How you figure? Hey, channel member and a good friend. What's up, Justin? Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I think
another thing too, like for that 290, you are getting like a small diorama base, which is cool too.
Yeah, oh yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, Clinton, I think X-23 comes with a lot less, and also, again, it's like all like a licensing thing. I don't think Daphne Keene is anywhere close to the level that Wesley Snipes is, so it's probably, I mean, let's be real, dude, she was in The Acolyte, so it's like, I don't think she's probably that expensive for licensing.
There seems to be an effort with smaller bodies to keep the price down.
That too, yeah, she does have a smaller body,
Although I don't think it's like less expensive to produce that, I think it's psychological in a sense. They charge you a little bit less for a smaller figure.
The volume is off. Can you guys hear us?
Maybe our volumes aren't matching. Am I very low, perhaps? I don't know.
Explain.
I can hear you guys fine.
Okay. All right, cool. Because I'm kind of like going like this. Is that...
That's true.
Am I screwing up? Is it harder to hear me back
Everything sounds fine on my end. Like, everybody sounds good. I'm not sure. Cool. But by the way... Chris, I hope you're not. Everybody's saying we can hear. Okay, Big Dog Pound. I don't know, bro, but I hope you got your speakers turned up. I hope you got.
Everybody's saying okay, Big Dog Pound. I don't know, bro, but I hope you got your speakers.
Now I'm hearing myself, dude. What are you, Chris?
Hold
what are
on,
you
that
doing?
was me. I was testing to see if we could hear you.
Okay.
Anyways, we're back. We got a smaller belt here because there wasn't that much to announce, but there's more. Hold on.
Scary movie quote. It's crazy.
Welcome back to the channel, legend. I am the Hot Toys wheeling, dealing, Mike, the limousine riding, and Hot Toys Hotline. No, he ain't lying. Welcome to the channel. Go ahead, guys. Do me a favor down there. Check that like button. It could be broke, so I need you to hit it to make sure it still works. Woo!
Let's go. Well, Big Dog Pound. It sounds like he was having. Officer Doofy. Officer Doofy is hilarious. So it was a skill issue, is what you're saying, Big Dog Pound. But what's up, by the way, Big Dog Pound? Thanks for being here as always, bro.
Yeah, man.
Always getting that introduction, bro.
I love it.
Jose, I was actually saying this earlier. I love the design for the Thing. I think he looks awesome. So if the film is good, I could see myself maybe getting them. I love, and that like 50s/60s vibe. I love that that aesthetic. Like Fallout's one of my favorite games, and like I could see myself getting them if the film's good. I just gotta see how it turns out, bro. Gotta see how it turns out.
That's like, dude. I love that they went kind of Kirby-esque with the Thing. It's gonna look great.
Yeah, like we were having a discussion about it in the Facebook group chat earlier, and someone was saying they didn't like the new design as much. I'm like, dude, that's like much closer to the comics. Like that's the classic Thing design with the big brows, and I think his body is proportioned nicely as well. I think it looks great. I love it.
Sound design, if you hear him every time he moves, there's that crunchy rock sound.
That dude, I'm feeling it, dude. I'm feeling it. So we'll see how it turns out. 1-6 Fix in the house. Great to see you, bro. I haven't seen you in a bit. I hope you're doing well. I know you and Jose have been doing the new streams. I've never been able to catch them live yet, but I told Jose I watch them on the replay every chance I get. So,
dude, so much fun. Marco's great. Jose, it's awesome.
Yeah, Jose's pretty cool.
Jose is fantastic.
Jose's like, unless Mike is talking about the Sabine figure, then he's not.
No, but it's a great show. You guys really should watch it. Both of those guys are awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. We got Yomo in the house, another channel member and a moderator and a good friend. Yomo, great to have you here as always, bro. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're doing well. Guys, if you haven't already, There's nothing really to. Oh, I guess there's a little snack at the end of the trailer. So, you're probably joking because it's Thick Bantha Boy. But guys, if you haven't had watched the trailer yet, it's very promising, very very promising. But guys, I think we're gonna move on from Blade. I'm gonna close the poll now because I always forget. So get your last minute votes in for the poll. Let's see. So 48% say cop and 52% said flop. So about even. But more people not getting this than getting this. Kind of surprising to me. I thought more people would get it, but hey, maybe everybody's in the same mindset as us. We want that trilogy stuff more than this version of Blade, and that's okay. We're gonna be very very brief with these because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know anything about the Kamen Rider stuff. Nothing. From what I understand from friends of mine that have been fans of this since they were kids, they say this is basically like along the lines of Power Rangers. That's kind of what I get from it. That's what I hear. The figures look awesome. It's interesting because 3.0 had the license for these. I don't know if they're like done with it now and now Hot Toys was able to get it, or if it was like a, WB, how they give out the license like candy and they license it out to multiple people.
Yeah.
But these look sick, I won't lie. And I think these are like the older Kamen Riders because, last year we got the battle, maybe it was last year or the year before that. We got the Battle Hopper with the two crazier looking ones with they kind of look like Dark Flash a little bit.
I love that bike too that it came with.
Yeah, the Battle Hop, and this is sick too. This has that classic aesthetic.
Looks like
I don't know if
Batman
it comes with that. Exactly. It kind of reminds me of like the 66 stuff. Those who are familiar with this franchise, why does one have a head sculpt and the other one like did the other guy never take his helmet off? Because there's two of these. Oh, yeah. I don't know. The sculpt looks really cool. I don't know if it's accurate to the actor. I don't know shit about this, so sorry if I'm disrespecting it. But the sculpt looks really good. It looks like a realistic sculpt. I just don't know if it's accurate or not. But like the suit looks awesome. There's like light up effects too on the belt, and I think it has like swappable. This little pose is so goofy. I guess it's like a Kamen Rider thing that they do. I don't.
Yeah, Power Rangers kind of did those kind of movements, right?
Yeah.
I love that this looks like a man in a crappy costume. I think it's so charming.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Speed Racer with that little scarf. That's what and even like the aesthetic of the bike, like the white and red. But it looks great, dude. It looks awesome. They're cool. And there's the other because there's like number one and number two. I guess that's what they go by in the film or show, whatever they're part of.
Look at that. Looks cool, dude. If I could look at this and just know
genuine leather suit. Genuine leather suit is dope. Love to see that. Even especially because it's blue leather. The weathering looks really like these are good looking figures, guys. See, that's sick. I like how that looks. That's really cool.
That's awesome. If I grew up with the show, I would love these figures. You could tell.
Yeah. Exactly. This is probably for a lot of people. This is probably huge. Just for me, I'm ignorant. I haven't seen it.
No.
Val says my friend who's a fan says the head sculpt is accurate. Okay.
It looks cool. Like a villain of Power Rangers rather than like a.
It does.
It does. Yeah. Exactly.
I like that you can see that zipper between the breastplate there. It's cool.
Yeah, dude. The details are really nice on this. I like how there's like two versions for the belt, two like swappable buckles or whatever. The whole backdrop's cool. It's just a cool figure. It's a cool figure. The other one, again, he's doing this weird ass pose. I don't know what you guys got. Somebody's got to tell me what this is about. Even if it's on the replay and you're watching this, and you're not here now. You got to let me know what this pose is about. 16Fix says Blade is a flop right now, but looks great. I agree. Yeah, it's just not for me again because I have the other the Present Toys Blade and the So-So Blade. I like the trilogy stuff more, but definitely really cool. Yeah, exactly. Like it's a really cool aesthetic. It's like a classic. I like the sound of it. Like these could fit in with like the 66 Batman stuff. Like it's just a classic looking aesthetic. And again, real leather is a huge plus. Know nothing about these guys. It looks like an Ant-Man in the alternate universe or something, but they're cool, man. I like it. I dig it. I think the bike looks dope, and to have these guys next to each other on the bikes is probably going to be a sick display. But
yeah,
that's all I have to say about it. We're not going to spend too much time on it because I'm sure everybody in the panel is passing on this. He was the original YMCA.
He's having, yeah.
Oh, dude, that Austin Powers quote. That's crazy. Dude, I love Austin Powers. I feel like Austin Powers is like you either thought it was cringy and goofy or you loved it. I
loved it. I was just the right age for it.
Dude. I loved it. Dude. The sharks with lasers on their heads.
Yeah.
Just the goofy shit. I love it, man. But moving on to something much more exciting for me. The Darth Maul 2.0, guys. And I will say this, after seeing the final product, holy crap, does this look way better than the previous one. Like, I did not expect to see the robes turn out this good. Like, I think the robes look significantly better, and I had this feeling like I shouldn't keep the DX17. I need to sell it because I know it's going to look like crappy next to this one for my personal taste. You know, I my brain, the way it works is like I can't have an old version next to it because I'm gonna be like, well, the old version looks like crap now. And
Yeah.
for me, I'm glad I made that decision. You know, I'm not saying everybody has to have that mentality because, you know, some of you guys probably kept it to swap the head sculpt over to it, but I don't know, bro. I feel like this new one is so much better, and the head sculpts are incredible. And I'm so glad that we didn't see a huge decline in these. They look great. This literally looks like a still of Ray Park as Darth Maul. Like, the sculpt's amazing. I think this is the best sculpt I've seen of Darth Maul yet. Like, even like over the PCS statue, I think I think this is the best. It looks amazing, and it's like heaps better than the original, because the original had like those etched in tattoos on his face, and like the color wasn't quite the right red.
Well, I was going to bring that up too. Like, do you think there's a little bit of purplish in this that shouldn't be there? Like, I was looking at it today and I said,
and like the actual tone of the red.
Yeah, like, should it be a little bit more vibrant red?
I don't know. Like,
but then some shots it looks
exactly. When you look at some photos, I think it's all the camera, because like it looks pretty damn vibrant in this one too.
It does.
The contrast with that red background. That's a badass pose too. That's a great photo.
Great. You know, I also like how they even have that putty detail of like the horns.
Right, where they puttied the horns to his head. Yeah,
it always bugged me in the movie, but Hot Toys went for accuracy, and it looks like puttied horns.
Dude, and I hope that the wiring is as good as it looks here, because, dude, like, the robes are looking, especially the outer robe when he's on the speeder, looks way better.
So good. And on that prior photo, he's standing on the speeder. It's like such a cool. I mean, there's like so many things you can do with him.
That's a badass pose. Actually, so my DX17, I had him forever in a pose where he was hopping off of the speeder, where he only had half of the saber ignited.
That's cool.
Dude, that sculpt is phenomenal, man.
It's so
phenomenal.
Great.
And
I love
materials, dude.
I love that both of them look really good, because typically when you get two sculpts, you're like, oh, that one looks goofy. This is the one to go with. But these both look strong.
Yeah.
I'm definitely probably going to keep the neutral one on him, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also depends on your pose, too. But that classic, like, neutral face where he's got the saber out like this, you know, when he's just toying with Qui-Gon.
Or even when they freaking were clashing and you saw, like, the camera pan to each of their faces. It's like...
Yeah.
Even when you first see him, when he's up
on
and
he's got his
overlooking
arms crossed, too. Yeah.
This is badass, dude. I'm like freaking grinning ear to ear looking at this.
It's Ray Park through and through, and if you don't see it, then you're nuts, dude.
And they did a shit ton of photos, so they had a lot of fun with this one.
Yeah,
a lot of photos.
They believe in
I can't wait. This I didn't get them all last time with the speeder bike, so I'm super excited for this one. And of course, I had a sideshow version of a Darth Maul, so he didn't come with a robe either. So I'm gonna have a ton of fun doing this one.
I'm not gonna lie, I might have to secure like a body for a second one. Dude, it's like I want to have both looks. I want to have him on the bike, because I did get the bike version again this time around because I sold my DX17, which is the bike version. But dude, like that classic, where's that pose where he's got the saber out in front of him?
So just calm. Man. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. But see, you know what's great is the connection's not going to be the same, but if you can get this to comfortably fit on your Clone Wars version, you've got an updated sculpt for that. You know, I actually even plan on putting one of these sculpts, or maybe the Clone Wars sculpt, we'll see how it works out, in that little window in the Clone Wars Mall box where the guards are walking.
Oh, yeah. You
just put like a platform.
Sarcophagus, the Mandalorian sarcophagus.
Yeah, because you don't need a body. You can fudge it.
So you like tape it up or something, whatever. Yeah, you can do whatever. Yeah, dude, that's a great idea. If I had the room, I really wanted to display that box. I thought I was going to, but my Clone Wars shelf is just, those bark speeders just killed it, bro. I'm like, oh, there's all my space on that shelf.
Me too. I know.
At last, we will have revenge.
At last, we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
The Mac Daddy of them all, Savior, dude. Darth Maul is an incredible character that was just destined to fail, but you enjoyed the journey. And man, this figure is just freaking beautiful, man.
I've told Connor this story before, but I haven't told you, Mike. My brother, when he was like in second or third grade, in the yearbooks you can write some stuff or whatever.
That was his quote?
He wrote in his yearbook. No, he wrote that Obi-Wan Kenobi killed Darth Maul, and so all these years later, his wife jokes with him like they made you look like a liar because he didn't.
He
like
didn't
just
die.
stuck in a book in time.
He should have waited. Sal makes a
that's
great
great.
point here. Sal says colors tend to shift in appearance when against other colors. So it could just be. I think so. Like, 'cause,
Absolutely.
we're seeing in these photos. And by the way, shout out to which photographer is this? I think it's multiple actually.
Is that
'cause
his
this is
name
a
up
different name. There's a different name on some of the other photos. I'm just now noticing that. Like this one right here is by CGE Rock, and then this one says something different. This is Nai Fu. You now. Sorry, I'm probably
That
freaking
one
butchering the
before-
shit out of that, but
No, I'm sure you're
It
pronouncing
looks like
exactly
the
right.
that right there. I love how they
That's-
use like what the promo photos look like.
yeah.
Like they keep doing. They did that with the Attack of the Clones line, and now the fan like just
Right,
posing
like
the
those
figures,
classic
like the
shots.
promo shots.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
shots of them in the studio where they were just like showing off the costume and stuff for promotional
Mhm.
materials. Yeah, that's so sick.
I love it.
Bro, man. Like the best part about the screaming sculptor, those freaking teeth, bro. Look at the rot and everything on them. They look amazing, man. Like this is, and of course, all you got to do is mention Star Wars. And Beskar kids
And
in the
it's-
house. What's
it-
up,
I-
Beskar?
It's way better than that other one they did. And like
It is, and like I really loved that figure, and I thought it was great. But I say this all the time. Once you have something presented to you that just looks better, then you're like, oh shit, well, it wasn't as good as I thought.
like
it was,
look
I
at the
guess.
oil like on the forehead, like how the paint is, the lines that like it's
The eyes look amazing.
God,
Eyes
dude,
look
it just
amazing.
freaking it literally stares into your soul. It's creepy
does.
in a way, how realistic.
Yeah, it's creepy in a good way. Beskar says.
Yeah.
Beskar says, "Did I need another Phantom Menace Maul? No. Do I need another speeder? No. Are both currently on the way? Yes. I know, bro. I think I need another body. I really want to have one in that like final fight look, and then I love the. We can all remember the first time we saw the Phantom Menace when it first came out, and seeing Maul come in on that speeder and hop off, and that first engagement between him and Qui-Gon. It's just unforgettable, and I want to have both of those represented in my display. So I probably will most likely try to hunt down another body. But dude, I'm like beyond the moon happy with how it looks. I'm a little concerned about the robe. It's just looking a little too high here, but I think it'll be perfectly fine.
Because it was trained in the Jedi arts.
Even if we never saw Maul again, as we did in the Clone Wars and all that, and he definitely became even more beloved character because the story was so great.
Yeah.
But even if we didn't, I would have to get this just because of the memory of seeing this in the theater.
Exactly.
People lost their minds, dude. Like it was even though we knew he had a double-bladed saber from the promo stuff, people went nuts when he
seeing it in action is just, dude. It was just such a fun time, man. Such a fun
And
time.
seeing
And I
Jedi
love the
on
Phantom
top of
Menace.
that, like his
Yeah, me too.
martial arts and
yeah,
being able to do all those stuff. Yeah.
because we hadn't
Insane.
seen like a skill level like that in Star Wars ever. You know,
Another thing I love too is that Ray Park left his earring in, and then George Lucas ended up liking it, and then Hot Toys. Obviously, they did this with the other one, but you could still see that the earring.
Sideshow even captured that too.
Yeah,
the
Sideshow
stud.
as well.
All the
Such a good
statues have it. Like,
Dude, this guy here, CGE Rock, freaking
good.
bro. If you guys play the Star Wars Battlefront games, this looks like that one like map on Battlefront. Like this
It
just
does.
reminds me of playing that game. This looks so freaking sick, man. Like this is just it's a home run, man. I mean, obviously we could get it in hand. It could have shitty QC
see
issues
that-
with those, but what I'm
you
seeing
see
here,
that
man,
running towards you. What are you doing?
I'm running, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
running. I'm 100%
You're out
running.
running that.
did MRC put up a video today?
I've seen shorts and like my boy
Okay.
1/6 lovers. I don't like showing Instagram videos as much on stream because it's so freaking small. I feel like it's doing it a disservice. But guys, check out 1/6 lovers on Instagram. He put up a really nice quick unboxing and some photos like he always does with all of the new release stuff. Definitely check him out because he put up some good stuff on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, 1/6 Star Wars Primpozoid, like the freaking original one was so good. So this is just going to be amazing. I already know in hand it's probably going to be one of my favorite Star Wars figures because I just love Maul. He's such a great character. As of right now, Dirk, I have not seen any, but I think it's going to be pretty shocking to see these two next to each other. I really do. I think it's going to be crazy.
You already mentioned the etched in on the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that was like the number one thing that bugged
The bike
me
looks about
Hot
the same.
Toys one.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some really good
Well,
comparisons.
this one's it's
Of
USB
man.
powered, ain't it, or something like that now?
It is
Yeah,
USB
it is.
powered. I actually had mine hardwired originally, and the little display in the front burnt out. So be very careful, guys. It will probably burn out on you. I love that they include the little probe, like seeker droid. I love that.
Yeah.
Dude. It's a home run, man. I know we're kind of repeating ourselves here, mainly me
And
specifically.
USB lightsaber, like you just get the whole 9 yards with
Like
this
that
one.
right there, bro. That's it, man. That's the package. It's just only
That's
thing.
probably how I'm gonna have them. Maybe
love it.
not the robe, but I don't know. We'll see.
Let's see.
It's gonna be simple because I gotta get it to fit in a detolf here. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's cool too, like angling the base like that, the way you can fit everything and still see the nameplate. Looks really cool.
I agree. I don't understand, Mr. ES. I don't understand this. I don't get the reference if you're making one, but I use BB from old school BB gun.
It's pretty random.
Yeah.
I like the fun fact.
You use BBs from old school. Yeah.
In the back of the hood for small.
Oh, the context was missing. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. ES. That's actually pretty smart. That's pretty smart because without making it too heavy to where you're worried about it like knocking the head off or whatever. Because I imagine, do we know if this is a magnetic head again? I think maybe it is.
I heard that it's that newer style with that
with that
stupid
little
white peg. Yeah.
Ah, crap.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
not a
well.
huge fan of it, but also I'm not going to cry about it because the magnetic head, as cool as it is, I've always thought it maybe made the neck a little too rounded
Yeah.
at the top.
Yeah, I
know
was
what
gonna
you
say.
mean.
I guess for movable eyes, anyway, you gotta do something.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, Darth Maul looks amazing. I'm really excited to pick this one up. I have it on pre-order. I have the DX17, whatever the DX is, the speeder bike version on pre-order. Like I said, I'm highly considering, and I've already been thinking about it, but I didn't want to buy two like whole figures. I'm gonna try to hunt down a body for this one.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks amazing. I'm really excited to pick this one up. Hot Toys is killing it right now, and I think I'm very happy they delivered on this one because I would have been pretty salty if they messed this one up because the prototype sculpts just look so good. And they delivered, man. It looks great. Everything about it looks good. The tailoring is very impressive compared to the previous one, and I'm very happy. Yeah, I mean, like, like, the magnetic head, I like the convenience of it, but maybe it's for the better. Like, for just keeping that slender look in the neck, I think that's better. Clinton says, did you see the post where they use spray on glass frosting on the saber blade diffuses the light? I did not see that. Where was that mentioned? I did not see that at all, actually. It sucks because all these photos, obviously, they're, like, photoshopped to where it looks like it's glowing, so you can't really see the true look of the saber. I did not see that.
I'd be curious to see that. And then they do vary in saturation with the blades. Like sometimes they're a nice red or a nice blue, and other times they're just like pink,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, we have 63 people watching. If you haven't already, please consider dropping a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate it. Christian says, can't wait for this Maul. Just have the Clone Wars version and don't really care for that one. I have the Clone Wars version. I care for it because it's the Clone Wars version, but the actual execution of the figure is just okay.
Yeah.
But I do like it, though. I do like it. It's just, in comparison to this one, obviously, it doesn't hold a candle to the, but
Sure.
it still is a cool representation of Maul, and I like the little robotic legs. Clinton says a Facebook post. If you end up finding it, you guys want to drop it to me, I'll definitely share it. We're going to move on to our next topic. We don't have too much. It's going to be, I guess, a bit on the shorter side tonight, even though it's about what we do usually. But we have one big topic left and then something quick I want to share. But this is something that really freaking came out of nowhere, guys. And for those of you who aren't aware, Hot Toys announced that they have the 1/6 scale James Bond license, and it's a 2025 property, so they're going to be doing stuff for it this year. I was a little worried. That it was going to be cost babies, but they did say, like, in the hashtags, it said 1/6 scale figure, so it is a 1/6 scale license. And I've got like so many things running through my head right now, like what we could see from this. Me personally, I do want to put up a poll because it was pretty divided. I put one on my Instagram story, but I know a lot of people are like big on Daniel Craig. I'm more of like a Pierce Brosnan and Sean Connery fan. Daniel Craig was, I think, a good Bond, but I just never like locked in on the movies. I haven't seen all of them. I used to love Sean Connery as a kid, and Pierce Brosnan was like, those movies were actively coming out when I was a kid, so he's really my James Bond. and I thought he did a great job. And obviously the GoldenEye game, seeing him and playing as that version of
Mm-hmm.
him was just such a fun time. But
I remember seeing GoldenEye in the movies. It was probably, I guess it was the first Bond I saw in the
Yeah.
theater. Yeah.
Don't
And, like-
hate me. Never seen any of these.
Oh yeah. Hey, you could be
Yeah.
in for a treat, man. If you just, I think they're on Hulu right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I want, dude.
I think I may have played a game once. That was it.
The game was, dude, in
the From
college,
Russia
freshman
with
year
Love.
of college.
Did you play the
Yeah.
From Russia with Love game, dude? That was great. And by the way, speaking of From Russia with Love, if I could pick one outfit for Connery, it would be the white tux with the red rose. That is such an iconic look for Connery.
Definitely.
I would love to see that. So, like, my dream figures would be like the default, that classic Bond look with the black suit with the white underneath for Pierce Brosnan, and then
Mhm.
Sean Connery. I would want that white tux top. It just looks so good. That's such a classic look.
I'm so excited to see how they go about this because, it's been a franchise for how many decades now? So many people have played the character. And like you said, I really hope that they don't just do the recent iteration.
Yeah, like I'd be happy. Like I'm not gonna lie, if they do Craig and that's the only one, I would certainly pick it up. But this to
He's
me
great.
seems like a general
It does.
license.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
it seems like to me. But
I do like the car from this video. I don't know if it's an all, but isn't an Aston
Martin. Yeah, someone brought that
Yeah.
up. Like that'd be cool if they did a vehicle. Which if they didn't do the 2022 Batmobile, I doubt they'll go that far. But it would be cool.
Yeah,
I would be possibly eyeing that up. Who knows? Philly in the house, a channel member
up, Philly?
and a good friend. Philly, what's up, bro? Philly says, "What's up, Connor, gang, and hello, chat. What's up, dude?" Sal says, "This is the newest logo, so it should either be Brosnan or Craig." I don't know. I don't know how the licensing works for these films. I don't know if it's like a general license. You can make whatever you want. I have no idea. I would imagine it's probably more general since there's been so many different Bonds, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Being that it just says 007, though, is a good sign that it doesn't say like a specific film. I would think this
Right.
is like a more general thing, which would be crazy if they made every single one of the the big three Bonds, I would say.
Mhm.
So I want to do a poll for that real quick, like I said, because I just think it'll be very interesting to see who's everybody's favorite Bonds are, but... We're going to do Brosnan, Craig, or Connery. And then we're going to put all those options.
I don't consider them do you consider them the big three?
I think based on
I say Roger Moore, Connery, and Craig would be like the big three.
You think you would remove Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah, because Roger Moore was in more films.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just feel like because Brosnan was pictured in the video games and stuff, I feel like he just had a bigger cultural impact in the role. Not necessarily maybe as big of a fan. Who knows?
I wonder if that's our age, because like for a lot of people,
I'll add Roger Moore. We'll add
Roger Moore is a lot of people's favorite Bond, and you don't really hear too many people say that about Brosnan.
All right, we're gonna add Roger Moore.
If people vote for him, you got to give Mike something.
I'll give him nothing.
I'm curious. That's just I'm curious to see what the chat thinks about that.
Yeah, so like, Thick Band Boy says, I guess he's talking about Craig was a decent filler Bond, but Pierce and Sean are the ghosts. Yeah, I mean, and it could be like what you grew up with, but
yeah, I like Pierce. Don't get me wrong. I think he's great.
I loved Pierce. Like I said,
Yeah.
I was a huge fan of Pierce. He would be, if I could pick one to have, I would probably pick him over Connery just because it's like and again, like the GoldenEye game and stuff like that. Just have so many memories.
He was my generation's Bond too.
Yeah, Jose said Brosnan is his Bond. Like I said, I like Craig. He's just not. He doesn't hit for me as much as the other two, but I still like Craig. I think his films have been good. I just haven't seen them all.
He missed some of the charm and lightheartedness of Bond, in my opinion. But it wasn't his fault. It's what they were going for.
Yeah. Someone mentioned Jaws earlier. Like Odd Job would be cool. Like I don't know if they'll go that hard on it, but Odd Job would be hilarious. I used to play as him all the time in the game.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
Yeah, and then like the Austin Powers version where he throws the shield.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, what was it? Random Task? Yeah.
Yeah.
Random Task.
Let's see. It's a close tie between Pierce and Daniel. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it seems like a lot of people like Daniel Craig.
Okay.
A lot of people like. I want to see the results of the poll right now. 38% for Craig. Damn, Roger Moore, only 12%. Dude.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the older crowd. I'm telling you, man. Anybody like over 50, it's yeah, I don't
Well,
know
that's like
how.
the same case. If I were to do a poll right now and I put 4 Batmans in there, Adam West would probably get the least amount of votes. Let's just be
Right,
real. There's been
right.
so many good Batmans, and like you said, it's also a generational thing. Like Adam West is from the '60s. Those
Yeah.
iterations of Batman are from the '60s. So
Hey, I'm not offended by it anyway. Like I said,
yeah,
I
Henry.
like the 3 you picked anyway.
Yeah, Henry Cavill would be interesting for sure. Daniel Craig's the favorite right now, dude. We'll
Yeah, it was.
we'll just let it play out as we continue to talk about this, but. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be really cool, man. I think this is a huge license for Hot Toys. I'm surprised this hasn't been done sooner by other big companies. And it is kind of out of nowhere, but I briefly mentioned this earlier. This is a good sign for different stuff as we continue to see more and more stuff like this, like Alien Romulus, 007. We saw some Terminator 2 stuff, some Predator stuff last year. We had one Predator tease and one officially put up for pre-order with the Samurai Predator. This is a great sign. And Moose, did I miss you coming in? Maybe I did. I cannot believe I missed the GOAT. 12-inch Moose Stream, a channel member, a good friend, and the absolute GOAT, Moose. If I miss you, I don't remember reading any comments from you. I'm so sorry if I miss you, Moose. But Moose, thank you so much for being here, as always, my friend. And great choices with Connery or Craig.
Does it matter for you, Connor, like who they release or announce? Like, are you still picking up a 007 regardless?
Yeah, I
or a
mean,
Bond?
realistically, I'll probably
Premium?
get whatever they put out. But I do have preferences, obviously. Like, for me, it would be Brosnan, then Connery, and then Craig if I were to pick from the 3. But
Also,
officially licensed Bond would just be cool as shit to have, regardless of which actor it is.
do you feel like, based on the other ones, because like I said, I don't know much about, but I feel like if this is supposed to be an agent or something, I feel like unless Cavill came down a side, I feel like he'd be like a big dude to play that type of role.
Yeah, well, I don't think that's his like natural.
Well, he was
build.
in what Mission
Oh, yeah,
Impossible,
You know
right?
what I mean?
I think
Yeah.
that's and he did pretty good in those films. So
Mhm.
okay, good Moose. I'm glad I didn't miss you. And yes, T Molly, you are correct. I think they actually did Roger Moore. I think that's who they did. They did a figure of Roger Moore, if I'm correct.
And then they went under. So what do I
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, they didn't get. And honestly, guys, like, I don't really miss that company because I did have their like Peaky Blinders figures in hand at one point. I didn't end up keeping them. They weren't that impressive. Like, I felt like the head sculpts look very like average. You know, like the paintwork
Yeah,
and
don't
everything was just
tell Kevin
average.
that Kevin loves Peaky Blinders. So if he found out there was figures, which
I mean, I
didn't
think they're
even know,
passable, but I just wasn't like super
he'd grab
impressed
'em.
by them. I wasn't
Mhm.
super impressed by them. Another person, Yomo saying Brosnan. So we got a lot of the
Yeah.
Bond girls would be crazy. That would be very interesting if they did the
Mhm.
Bond girls. I don't want to like go too crazy and think they're gonna do like Jaws and stuff. Like Javier Bardem as Jaws was cool as shit in the Craig films, but yeah, I mean Dirk. I mean they at least got to give us the golden gun with one of them, right? Like
Yeah.
that would be such a cool accessory to not have. But imagine if they surprised us and did like an N64 style Bond. That'd be.
I was
so
just
freaking
thinking
cool.
that. Yeah, it would be
so
cool.
freaking cool, man.
I'm curious to see if they do something like with the artwork, like him in the barrel of the gun, and like how they. I'm just really excited to see this whole line.
Yeah, I am too. So this is dope, guys. Again, we should all be happy when stuff like this happens because it's just it's special and it's unique. And who would have thought that Hot Toys would pick the 007 license? I sure didn't. So it was random,
Yeah.
but a good random.
It's
So-
nostalgic and current too. That's what's cool about it.
Yep.
Daniel
I agree.
Craig was just the last film wasn't that long ago.
And he's done right. Like that was the last film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the most recent one. And I think it generally got received pretty well. But
Yeah, it was a good ending.
yeah. So guys, I'm gonna keep the poll up until we end the stream, which will be very shortly. One more thing I wanted to show you guys that I thought was super dope. The painter of the caustic plastic Frankenstein's monster actually shared photos of the test paint that he did, and holy crap, it looks good. Yeah, dude. Like and he showed the reference photo. I should say the sculptor, because this is the painter. It was a painter and then obviously a sculptor, the two separate people that worked on this. And the sculptor actually showed the reference photo he used, and dude, it's freaking spot on. That like sunken in cheek look that Boris Karloff achieved. It just, dude, it's amazing. I can't stop looking at this figure. I really cannot wait to get this in hand whenever it releases in sometime next year. This looks amazing, dude. This sculpt is dope. I said earlier I picked up another figure from Caustic Plastic, and it actually is sold out now because, again, it originally was not available on their website. I think right when it released, I missed it, and then I guess they put some up. But I got the Trinity figure from They Call Me Trinity, and I'm really excited to get that figure in hand. I love that film. I always did, but like the price of the whole set with the diorama and everything, I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend all that money. And I missed out on the Bud Spencer. You know, Bud Spencer plays the sheriff. So if anybody has that Bud Spencer, just let me know, man. It's hard as shit to find, and I really want it now because I'm like, you know, they're brothers in the film. I got to have both. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to finally see the pre-order go up for this. Originally they had said early February. I'm now seeing maybe later February for the pre-orders, but this will be a day one pre-order for me, just out of pure excitement. Because usually, like, you have a decent amount of time to order these figures. You don't have to wait too long. Yeah. No, the Terrence Hill figure was definitely one I had to pick up. There's so many memorable scenes in They Call Me Trinity. It's such a great film, and yeah, the figure looks amazing. But
dude, look at the hands on this, man. Thank God they went with the seamless wrists. Like, oh my God, it's just so
here's
good.
the hands actually painted and attached.
Yeah,
and they've done that with a lot of, and I look at the subtle like weathering on the edges of like the lapels and like in the sleeve area. I'm telling you, dude, I'm gonna keep saying this. Caustic Plastic, they know their shit, man. They really do, and like it shows. And this figure is gonna be a masterpiece, bro. I'm telling you, this is gonna be such an amazing figure. And I know the classic Universal monster stuff might not be for everybody, but it's at least such a recognizable character. A lot of us can appreciate, even if some of you guys are not fans of these films.
yeah,
it looks amazing. I agree, dude.
Such a great piece to like take out of your collection and put it in a main area of your house during Halloween.
Yeah, like for Halloween, dude. It's gonna look amazing. It's gonna look so good. Moose says, "Hello, community of collectors. Eternal Toys Catwoman in hand with couch. More POs than a piece of art." Yeah, dude. I didn't think it looked too bad. I definitely I guess I have more promise for the Jazz Inc. version, but for how cheap it was and the turnaround time wasn't too bad, it's good enough, you know. But I'm gonna wait and see. I have the Jazz Inc. version on pre-order. I'm gonna wait and see how that turns out for sure. Yeah, you know, Julio, it's Caustic right now. I think their focus is in the right place, and as much as I love Freddy Krueger, I'm hoping that they don't focus on that right now, because the reason I say is Freddy, there's a lot of opportunity for other companies to do that because it's such a popular IP, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Caustic is doing stuff that I promise you, most of the time you'll never see anyone else do. Now, ironically, Sideshow has the Universal Monsters license again, and will probably do 1/6 scale figures, so kind of contradicting myself there. But generally speaking, like, look at some of the stuff they've done. You're not going to see another 6 scale Nosferatu from the 1922 film. You're not going to see Terrence Hill in a 6 scale form. You're not going to see Bud Spencer. You're not going to see Bela Lugosi as Dracula unless Sideshow does a 6 scale figure up. And then there's a lot of stuff they've done that, Bloodsport.
Yeah.
Eric Draven obviously isn't a unique one. Conan is unique for officially licensed.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and they're doing the war paint version as well. Actually, they're doing 3 versions.
I didn't know that.
Conan. Yeah, so I rewatched 6 Scale Mafia stream that he did with them. It was a really good stream, and a lot of good information came from that stream. But he said that he was doing a war paint version in a 2-pack with the main version. And then he's also doing like a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version, but he said it would be able to be purchased through their website if you want it. So you don't have to be at the con to get it. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'd be tempted to get all 3. I'm not going to lie, because that's such a pivotal film. Like I say, I was a big fan of Arnold as a kid, like all of Arnold's films. And yeah. And also he said there's a possibility to get James Earl Jones' character as well. So,
oh man, you know, dude, I was pretty young when I first saw that, and there were some scary moments in that movie. You know what I mean? When you're young, when you're a kid, like, it definitely made an impression on me.
Yeah, when he cut Doom's head off and just tossed it down the stairs. Yeah,
that, and so that film and Beastmaster were like just movies I watched over and over again. They were like always, at least here in New York, New Jersey, they were always on Channel 11. Anytime, like every time you put on Channel 11, I just remember going to my grandparents' house, and like, you know, I'm the only kid there, right? So I would just sit in the room and watch those movies.
Yeah, I don't, dude. So yeah, it's like some of those. It's like comfort films, you know.
Yes, 100%.
And like The Crow is kind of like that for me.
Oh yeah,
believe it or not, like that's like a comfort film for me. Like I can always go back to it, and I love a lot of the quotes. Like, you know, when Eric's like sitting there with the girl, and he's, you know, it can't rain all the time, you know. It's
Yeah.
just like some of the quotes in that movie and some of the lines are just so memorable for me. But
Great soundtrack too.
amazing soundtrack. Like, yeah, dude, I love the
Captured.
Crow.
Me
And
too.
like I said, guys, Caustic is doing crazy shit, man. They're doing a Crow 2-pack with a shirtless version. I'm sure they'll do a diorama, maybe of the window that he gets tossed out of.
Oh wow.
Which is because that's like a classic, like iconic, like Crow aesthetic that shows up on like a lot of posters and stuff like that. Obviously, all the Universal monsters they're doing. Conan 3 figures is wild. There's just a lot of really cool stuff coming up.
Yeah. You didn't? Did you? Just a question about Diggler's question there. What was the answer?
Oh, so where do we pre-order this? So this is
Yeah.
not available for pre-order. Though, so I will say this: retailers, you have Big Bad Toy Store. They
Right.
sell caustic plastic. Sideshow sells caustic plastic. I've been trying to tell you guys this as frequently as possible, just to remind you guys. If you're going to pre-order, there's a web exclusive version that usually has like an exclusive diorama piece or exclusive accessories, like the John Wayne that just dropped. He came with a saddlebag you can throw over his shoulder. That only comes with the web exclusive version.
That's cool.
The web exclusive version can only be purchased directly from Caustic.
Right.
So if you're getting the deluxe version, because usually there's like a standard, a deluxe, and then a web exclusive. Don't think that when you get the deluxe version from Sideshow that that's the same thing as the web exclusive. It's not. So like Nosferatu, for example, the deluxe version came with the coffin that he's in when he's on the ship and all the rats are crawling on it. But the web exclusive version came with the coffin and the doorway diorama. So make sure you pay attention to that. Usually the web exclusive stuff is limited to 200 and it's hand numbered, but you can only get it directly from Caustic. So I like that they do multiple tiers. I imagine they'll do the same for this one. They'll do a standard, a deluxe, because the standard just comes with the magnetic display base, which for most people would be fine. Me, I want the whole doorway with the chair that they strap him into. I want all that stuff. So I'll be going for the web exclusive myself, but most people will probably want to save money and go the cheaper route. I get it, but I know Chunker's in the house. What's up, Chunker? Channel member and my boy. Yeah, dude. The Crow, I sold my Sideshow one in preparation for that. That's my theme lately. When I know for sure a new version's coming out, I'm like, all right, let me get rid of that now before it loses all its value. Let me get rid of the Sideshow. And I loved the Sideshow version. And I said many times, it kind of had like a caricature look to it, but I really enjoyed that figure. I thought it was solid for the price. And yeah, I definitely miss it. Miss having Eric Draven on the display, but for sure going to be getting the 2-pack. Absolutely going to be getting the 2-pack.
Oh yeah, I think I should get a 6-scale Crow, man. I have the Mezco, and I really like it for what it is.
I've heard that's very good.
It's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
I even have the old McFarlane up there.
Yeah,
back from like, I don't know, 2000, something like that. Late
there were
90s.
some great toys for the Crow. There were really some good classic stuff. I've seen some really old stuff like still in the box. I'm like, that's just cool, man. It just brings you back. But yes, thank you, Big Dog Pound. This is the website. Also, I think Infinite Statue is interchangeable because it's like they have like 2 companies, essentially, multiple companies, I think. But because they also make quarter scale statues and stuff as well, or like statues of 1/10 scale and things like that. So it's like kind of 2 companies in one. But again, guys, cannot recommend their stuff enough. They have a lot of really exciting stuff. The Labyrinth stuff, which I know Chris is really excited for.
Bro,
I'm
just waiting on the day.
Yeah, they'll be doing the Goblin King and some of the little creatures and stuff. It's gonna be really cool. So
I'm also we had this combo. Like I'm still dabbling on going in on this line just because of that whole Abbott and Costello talk that we had. But
yeah, and they said they weren't against.
Would make sense for my collection.
Yeah, and there's also been some comments recently on because there's a Caustic Facebook group now, and there's been quite a few comments asking about Abbott and Costello stuff. So
for real, dang,
yeah.
You're just trying to get me to purchase it even more, man.
I don't know, bro. Like I said, this is currently one of the most exciting upcoming lines for me, so I'm definitely really excited to check this stuff out. But guys, thank you so much, Big Dog Pound, for dropping the links. If you want to check the stuff out, the links are all in the comments. And yes, it is Philly. It's a timeless film, and it will never not be top tier for me. I just love the film, and I cannot wait for these figures to come from Caustic Plastic, and those are going to be part of their Maestro line with the rooted hair. So they did say, and I didn't know this, again, going back to that stream I was talking about, they did say there will be sculpted variants as well, which is great to see. Love variety. So, but yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Always a fun time being on with you guys. always great to have you here. Great to have Mike here. Great to have Chris back.
Yeah, man.
I've been giving Chris a lot of shit lately. I'm like, dude, eventually we're just gonna announce your retirement, man, if you don't show up. So he really did his best to show up tonight. So we appreciate it, Chris.
Yeah, did what
I always switch my sideshow orders from FedEx to UPS, and I think of you every time. It costs me another $1 or $2 more, but the service is worth it.
Yeah, FedEx is a pain in the ass, and I don't have that many FedEx locations by me. So if it gets sent for pickup or something, I'm like, dude, I gotta drive so far to get this. Like,
yeah, same.
Just not fun. But
only reason I made it is because Connor, he was like, better be on, or that's it. You're not allowed on.
No, I FaceTimed him or video chatted him, and I was like this, and I had a gun in my hand. I'm like, dude, because I'm seeing Chris this weekend, and I'm like, dude, just say the word, and I'll show up, and
you're making a break
down. Yeah, I'll have to put him down. But guys, once again, if you haven't already, consider dropping a like on the stream. Also, I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the stream, the channel membership has been officially rebranded to the Hotties. There's a new tier,
awesome.
the mega wattage Hotties. So
yes.
if you want to become a mega wattage hottie, now the option should be there again. I don't know if it's delayed or not. Also, we have a new emoji of Mike. I told Mike he looks like a live action Mario from far away with that new emoji.
It's ridiculous,
dude. He really, really does.
It's ridiculous.
So, from far away, it literally just looks like a live action.
It's me, Mike. I gotta go back.
Right. Just to make more emojis. I'm like, dude, we need you, man.
Yeah. Do it for the show. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, guys, as I mentioned, I will have a review up tomorrow of the 1966 Alfred by Mars Toys. Congrats to everybody who was able to pick those up. Also, I do plan on still putting up a video of Nathan Drake. Like I said, last week I was like, "Oh, dude, I promise I'll get it up," and then like last week was just crazy with work for me. So I've been a little lazy with the content, but I should be back on track.
Your Instagram stuff is cool too. Like that's always fun. Like you don't have to stress out. I don't know. Telling you this live on the air. Don't stress. You do great stuff, dude. And like,
no, I appreciate it. No, it's not even like that. It's just like, I want to get this stuff out, and I told everybody to have it. So, and I know everybody's really. I know Bretta did a great review on the 66 Alfred, but I know everybody likes checking out multiple videos. So I'm sure people are looking forward to it. So I'll have that video out soon, guys. Just got stuff coming in all the time. Stuff going out as well. You guys know I'm just kind of moving stuff around, getting rid of stuff I don't care about too much. So still moving stuff out of the collection, constantly getting new stuff. So I got both of my Fallout Power Armor figures that have released thus far. Those are so dope, dude.
Yeah.
I've said this many times. I love the Fallout universe. Love those games. I've been playing them since Fallout 3 years ago. That was the
awesome
first Fallout
aesthetic.
I played. Love Fallout, and Fallout New Vegas is a great game, and the new show is involving with New Vegas, so that's gonna be really cool. But yeah, guys, some really, really exciting stuff coming in. I know Philly said he got his Supergirl. I just got an invoice for Supergirl from Off the Rack, so I'm excited for her. I actually have a Supergirl that I have provided to me for a review. I don't get to keep it, but I'll probably do a short video on it because I'm really excited to check that one out. But yeah, Chris, I know you got stuff coming. I got my Avatar figures too last week. I don't know if I mentioned that on last stream, but those are really dope. Chris, anything cool coming in for you?
Just in our soups here. I kind of took a sneak peek, as you can see, but
little peek.
Doing a review on him, and then I still got to get just to do it. I know it's kind of out there; they've been released for a while, but they're still sitting in box, and I kind of do want to throw my thoughts out there on it. But that would be Return of the Jedi Vader and Kenobi. I never got to open them because of the move, but I put them on the back burner because this Inart Soups came in. So
display's looking good, dude.
Yeah, I'm trying. I need new lightings because these ones down here went to crap. They just yellowed. Okay. So I need some actual better because these. I don't know.
He says they just yellowed, but they yellowed when I had those displays 2 years ago.
But I mean, it's getting worse. Like it was good when you get so. Where you see Jackie back there.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, I got my Jack as well. And I guys, I did put the DX15 hat, and it looks considerably better. It's a tight fit. You got to kind of push it down. And also, I feel like the copy that I had previously that was a day one copy from Hong Kong, the one from Sideshow looks a little bit better. There's more product on the hair, I feel like. But yeah, I'm really happy with that figure. That's such an amazing figure. So those of you guys who are still waiting on that one, you're going to be very happy. It's a really, really solid figure, and it looks great. It looks very realistic.
Awesome.
I can't wait to do another room tour this room. I got a lot more space than I did in my last place. I got my own bathroom up in here.
Nice.
I got a whole like Lego freaking shelf that goes all the way. It's insane. And now I'm able to fit mannequins. That's like one.
Yeah, I see that guy back there. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, but
while we were live, I just got an email from DHL saying that my my stuff's coming in from Pop Culture. So next week I might have like a whole bunch of stuff to show you.
Nice. Yeah, I have right now I think coming, like I said, I just ordered that Trinity figure from Caustic and they already shipped it, and like I said, it'll probably be here by Thursday. Like their shipping is super fast. I think they use like international UPS, but it's just really fast from them. I don't know why, which is crazy. Like 3-4 days from Italy is wild. It's like quicker than Sideshow for me. So
yeah,
excited to get that. And then like I said, Supergirl I'll have coming. Got my In Art the Batman finally. It's really really good.
It's
it
great.
sucks I had to wait so long. I didn't get crappy sculpts or anything, so I'm happy. No QC issues. So, but yeah, guys, links in the description to Chris's channel. Stay tuned for any new stuff he has coming, and of course Thrawn's office on Instagram. That is Mike of Dathomir. I didn't acknowledge that, but that's a great name. Always something new every week. We got.
Try.
Yeah, Mike of
He's
Dathomir.
he's
Great.
the Mike of many names.
That's right. That's right.
He's
My face changed.
old DACA. That's disrespectful. I'm not gonna call you that.
Whatever. Hey, listen, I'll take Keaton 89. Oh, Keaton 92 if we want. It's fine.
I think we'll give you 89.
All right,
Keaton
all right,
wasn't
even
like
younger.
he wasn't like a child in 89. I think
No,
we'll
no.
give you 89.
All right, I'll take it.
And then again, like if you go back to what you were before, you're the Flash Keaton.
Yeah, I'll take that too. That's fine.
But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Everybody, once again, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks,
you so
chat.
much, all channel members and everybody who dropped a like on the stream, subscribe, whatever. I appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry if I missed some of your comments as always, but great discussion on, an exciting week, but not that exciting because, a lot of the stuff is just not for us. But still always great to see new stuff from Hot Toys. There's always something out there for everybody.
Especially during Chinese New Year.
Exactly. Unexpected
Yeah.
to see that much stuff
Crazy.
at one time. So it's definitely really cool. And on the way out, we'll just remind Chris that
Holy dude! So
Kukurachaka.
this is the second
and Chris
time
just got
I've-
traded to the Lakers, dude.
This is the second time I've gotten this in my life, and now it just won't stop. Everybody keep. I'll take the compliment, dude. That dude's a baller, and now he's on my team. Let's freaking go.
Chris does this every time, dude. If you compare him to somebody as a joke, he's like, that guy is great. He's one of the. Well, that's
He's the
fine.
best looking
No,
guy
there's
out
some, there's
there.
some insult like and I mean it'd be different if he wasn't like an NBA star. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what he does, dude. He's like, well, that's fine because he's a great guy, rich, beautiful wife, and I'd be him if I wanted
He
to.
said, "Oh my God, you are
That's
Luca."
crazy. Thank you so much.
He is
Gio.
me, and I am him.
A hottie for 8 months. Good night,
All
good
right.
evening to you, my friend. Guys, it's going to wrap it up. We got all the Lakers fans coming out in the chat now. Thank you, everybody,
Let's
as
go.
always. For
Where the
hanging out.
bird fans
Appreciate you.
at?
Appreciate
Super
you,
Bowl
Gio.
weekend.
Chris is going to start a war in the comments.
Oh my
But
god.
take care, everybody. We'll see
Go
you next
Birds.
Tuesday at 7 p.m. EST, as long as nothing crazy comes up. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. And if you're watching the replay, guys, I hope you enjoyed the discussion. Feel free to leave a comment. You guys have been commenting a lot lately on the live stream, so we definitely appreciate it. So thank you so much, guys, and we'll see you next time.
And go
See you
Birds!
guys.
Fly Eagles, fly.